Okay, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at David, Baruch Hashem. Another beautiful day here in Efrat, Baruch Hashem. We had a beautiful minyan today. We didn't have a Kohen present. That was the problem, but okay.
He overslept.
Yeah. All right, and we're going to continue our learning in the Sefira Spartam Lachem on Inyana Diyayma, right? The Sefira, and today's day is Hayom Tisha Yomim Shehem Shvua Echad Ushnei Yomim Lomer. So we're moving along. Today's the 9th day. All right. If you forgot to count, so you can still count now. Just don't make the blessing. And then tonight you can continue with the blessing. Okay? All right. So now this day is one of the most difficult days of the Sefira because it's Gvura She B'Gvura. Right? It's a powerful day, right? It's a very powerful day. And it's a day of a little bit of a pachad, a little fear, right? Because again, it's Gvura Shebegvura, right? Judgment of judgment, right? Yesterday we did Chesed of judgment, so that was nice, right? But this is a little bit more. Let's see what we said, what we can take from this today. Take a look at the things that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does in the world that make us really contemplate what is going on, right? And there's a lot of that going on right now. A lot of that, right? That comes from Gvura. Right? Right? Be'lomai bichlal, ve'amai beprat, imai beprat, right? You could look at it, what's going on in our nation, amongst Klal Yisrael, in your own lives, everyone's life, in our lives, right? The whole point is Hashem is trying to coax us to engage in feeling the Yiras Hashem. He wants us to feel the Yiras Hashem, the fear of God. He wants us to feel that. Right? We say in the morning, Reishis Chachma Yiras Hashem, right? The first thing in the morning, Reishis Chachma, the beginning of my wisdom, the first thing of my wisdom is what? Yiras Hashem, right? That's how we start off, right? Okay, so Hashem wants us to do that. Now, sometimes we can do it on our own, and we can avoid all this other stuff. But again, sometimes we don't. We get involved with other things. We get busy. We don't recognize the year of Hashem. We don't realize that pachad of Hashem. And sometimes we get too comfortable with Hashem. And then Hashem says, well, you have to be balanced. You can't have too much love of Hashem without fear. Everything has to be always balanced. Like we always say, Zelu mazel selikim. Hashem makes everything in the world balanced. You have to keep everything balanced. It can't be too much of one, not the other. It has to be, you need everything with the right measure. All right, now look what he says now. Kedugmas, Marmar Chazal. As we learned we learned this actually. Hashem only made thunder in order to straighten out the crookedness in our hearts. Remember, we learned that we spent a lot of time on that, right? That comes when you feel, you're going on with your day, and all of a sudden you hear that powerful thunder. You just stop. Wow. Gvuras Hashem, right? You stop. You think, whatever's going on, but you hear those deep clap of that thunder, you just have to stop for a second. Mibayri Oilam, right? Sometimes you're just going on with your day, and all of a sudden you feel some kind of thing in your heart. You feel worried about something. You feel something comes on. You don't know what it is. What is that? It happens sometimes. You just feel like I'm worried about something. I don't know what it is. Right? You get some kind of an intuition. Right? You feel something. Right? But you have to understand it's coming from up on high. Hashem does these things so we should think Where is this coming from? Where is this feeling coming from? It's coming from Hashem. But I also have to understand that Hashem is doing everything for my good. So why should I be worried? I just have to know that it's you, Hashem, that's giving me this feeling, because I have to recognize that you're with me all the time. And therefore Hashem prepares this hashgacha, this thing to happen in the person's life, in the world. If we're all asleep, we're not realizing it. So then Hashem makes things and He gets our attention. Hashem knows how to get our attention. It's yeah.
There's a balance in the world, like between good and bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like it's more, one is more prominent than the other.
Right.
It all depends where you're looking.
Yeah, the same as saying, if you look at what's
No,
going on in the world today, I'd say, look, there's so much bad going on.
Okay, but there's also so much good going on.
But the
How many Jews are getting together? They have tefillin things, they tehillim, and they're davening. You're sitting here making tzitzis. Look at these, all these things are going. Can I ask you a question, Shalom? Yeah. Before all this nonsense, what was the last time you made tzitzis?
I make tzitzis for myself, but
Okay, how many pairs of tzitzis do you make now?
More.
You never made so many tzitzis in your whole life.
That's true.
Okay, so in your own life now. See, take a look at this, right?
It looks pretty evil to me.
Evil, that's evil. That's
evil. That's bad.
That's evil?
That's
No.
Nobody has to see there's so much evil.
No. I'm trying to say, John, there's so much good. So
much
much good that's going on. So much. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you. It's unbelievable. Really, it's unbelievable.
He's looking at the news too much.
No. I'm involved in the Chesed project, and I see what people are doing. I'm telling you, there's so much good in the world now. It's unbelievable. People are involved in things that they never were before. It's unbelievable. Really, the things that are awakening. And these things are helping it. I know it seems like the other side, they make a lot of noise.
They make a lot of noise.
Yeah, we learned about our Kaddish. We could say the Kaddish, right?
Yeah.
And we answer Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah. We could do that, right? We said Yiskadav Yiskadav Shmei Rabbah. Ba'olma Devarach Yerusa. You made the world according to your Ratzon Hashem. Right? The Kaddish is so strong, right? There's a lot of good things. Kadeshi is Bainin Ba B'Gdulas Habaris Ba Chashoylet Ba. To recognize how great Hashem is. He makes this thunder. Right? Think about it. A thunder. Like, what is it? I don't even know how, do we understand how a thunder works? Yeah, the science, they'll tell you this, that, and the other thing happened. But Lamaisa, why did it happen? Why does Hashem make it happen sometimes and other times not? He knows when we need it. And Hashem sends it to us. He sends us what we need each time. It's fascinating. Okay, you'll come to fear Hashem, right? If you think about it, only if you stop and think, right? If you just go on with your day and it's a thunder, that's why Chazal institute we make a blessing, right? Because you hear the thunder, you have to make shekoichosai ugvurosai molei olam. Look at the bracha that Chazal made, right? That his koyach, his power, his gvura. The word gvura is in there. See, that's koichosai ugvurosai molei olam. Fills the world. See the blessing. So you have to stop and think, right? Okay. You can fulfill the midah of gvura through the midah of gvura by itself. In other words, you use gvura to fulfill the gvura, right? You use the actions, the things that are transpiring in our lives in the world. You see what's going on. To feel that yira. When you feel that yira, you're being mashlim the midah, you're fulfilling, you're completing the midah of gvura through the ma'aseh gvura by itself. And hence you have gvura sheba gvura. But again, here we have to remember something. Every time we work on finding Hashem in our lives and recognizing Hashem is there, and we have yiras achet, right? We have yiras. We're scared to sin. We have the yira. We don't need all these other. Hashem doesn't have to send us all these other things. That's it. In other words, we're going to have Yira no matter what. You're going to have Yira. So the question is, do you evoke the Yira on your own to be careful that I do the mitzvahs correctly, and I stay away from the things I'm not supposed to be involved in? So then I have Yira in my life. I don't need that. But if we don't, Hashem has to send it to us. Yeah. So again, the ball's in our court, and Hashem will, He sends it to us anyway. We have to just know how to deal with it. Okay, does anyone understand that?
Beautiful. Yeah, but can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this here.
Yeah.
There's more words than 7 here.
Yeah. Well, you have 11 there.
Right, so how do I understand
We'll
why
talk
they picked
about
the
that.
7 and...
Because we learned that there's the Zer Anpin. Remember we learned about the Metzach Ilah and the Metzach Tato.
Yeah.
The upper one, the lower one. The lower one, the 24 courthouses, right? That's also the Zer Anpin. That's the lower 7 spheres, the lower 7. And the upper 3, right? Where we said the upper 3 could really also be 4. Remember we learned that in Tefillin. Remember we said we have a shin with 3 and there's a shin with 4.
Yeah.
Remember on the tefillin you have on the side, you have a 4 and the 3. So we said the 4 and the 3 is really the same thing, right? Because you have Chachma, Bina, Das. Chachma is on the right, Bina is on the left, Das is in the middle, right? Triangle. That's always like a triangle, okay? Then you have Chesed, Gevura, Tiferes.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that, right? Right? So that's another triangle, right? But now, if you take Chachma and Bina and you prepare the das correctly, the das can actually be broken into 2. The das turns into Chesed and Gvura, and that gives you the 4. The 3. Chachma, Bina, Das is the shin with the 3. The shin with the 4 is Chachma, Bina, Chesed, and Gevura. You understand? The Das turns itself, manifests itself into Chesed and Gevura. Okay?
Right.
Okay, but that is nothing. But that's not what we're learning here now. That's a separate.
Well, we'll learn about the Sefira.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
It's like Das is not one of the...
It is. It's one of the. That makes 10.
No, but it's not one of the 7.
It's not one of the 7. It's above the 7.
1, 2, 3... Oh, so Bina and Chachma are not.
If you want to remember,
right?
if you want to remember the upper 3, you remember Chabad. Chabad.
Right.
Listen. Chabad is the acronym for Chachma, Bina, Das. Chabad. Chachma, Bina, Das.
Right, I got it. But so what you're saying is these are the Sefira that we're going
Yes,
through
sir.
right now.
Yes,
and
sir.
These are in the upper world.
Those are the upper ones. Yeah. That's
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah. That's the
I'm
Metzach Ilah, Metzach Tato. We're in the lower ones now because we're in the world here.
Because we're in the world here.
We're in the world. So we're trying to fix things in this world.
And this is how we
Thunder is in this world, right? Like we just learned. You don't have thunder. There's no thunder up on high.
And by working these, we can raise ourselves up. Is
Yes.
that what I'm saying?
Yes. You get to the 49, brings you to 50.
50.
50 brings you up to the Keter. That's the up. That's the all the way at the top.
Okay.
Right. That's the Keter. Okay. Now today, the Kinyan Torah of today is also behavior when you do things in Ma'aseh Gvura, you do things with your left hand, right? Do things with the left, right? If you have to. Whatever you have to do that's harsh or whatever you have to do things, always use your left hand. Otherwise, we always use our right hand. We always dominate on the right. But if you have to do a Ma'aseh Gvura, so you do it with the left. Okay. And Kinyan Torah now is b'shimush chachamim, right? Shimush chacham. What does that mean? You have to assist Torah scholars, chachamim, right? Why? Because if you are in the presence of Torah scholars, you learn how to do things, and it could be the best way for you to learn, better than learning in a sefer. You just watch. You spend time with tzaddikim. You watch the way they do things. You learn how to do things much better sometimes than the book knowledge that you can get by being mishamesh the tzaddikim, spending the time with the tzaddikim. Baruch Hashem. Okay. Any questions on that? We got that. We understand that.
I'm just going to... I know you don't like it when I do this. But that's why I hold you as a tzaddik, because I've learned so much from you. And I
Okay,
appreciate
thank you very much. The tzaddik is Rabbi Nachman. I'm no tzaddik. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, right now we're gonna go now to Likutey Halachos. All right, and again we learn for the well-being of our chayalim. We learn for the well-being of our chatufim, the captives, the chayalim. Wow, poor these guys! Unbelievable what they do for us. They call them up, they send them back. They call them up, they send them back. And they just keep going. They go. They're great.
Sometimes with my son, they called them up and they said, "No, don't come yet."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right. They don't know.
He was going to come on.
Yeah,
Monday,
they're all gone.
Wednesday,
They're all gone. Go and then no. Stay home.
Yeah.
Oh, simple. Okay, good.
Used to say in the American Army, hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait. Oh, hurry up and wait. Yeah. Oh, here you go, Reb Simcha. We're just starting the lesson here now. Okay. Okay, so yesterday, so we're learning Hilchas Kriya Shema, the halachas of Shema, and we're in Beis. Okay, we're in Beis, and we're in the middle of Beis. So yesterday we were learning all about the 10. Right? We learned about 10 things, right? What were the 10 that we learned? Remember? We learned about there are 10 different types of pulses. Oh, right. There are 10 different types of song, right? The song is in the heart. Like David HaMelech said, Nasata a simcha belibi, right? He plays joy in my heart. When we have joy in our heart, so that means the blood flows through the body in the proper pulses, which gives everybody what they need. Him. It's Hashem, and we can all be healthy. So it's really all based on simcha. We need joy in our lives. It's a good thing you came here. You see that? We need simcha. We need simcha in our lives. We need a lot of simcha in our lives. We have simcha in our... Okay. Now, we said yesterday that we quoted the lesson in Likutey Maran Tinyana, the second book, which was lesson 23, where it said, V'yos yoga in v'anocha. Right? In other words, sometimes, and let's just talk about that for a moment now, this understanding. It's a beautiful understanding where, many times in our lives, right? Many times in our lives, we have different problems. People have different problems, right? And then they go to a party, they go to a simcha, something happens nice in their family, right? And then they're just so joyful, but the problems they put aside. They're still there, but they're not so pronounced. The joy is more pronounced at the moment, not the problem. Okay, right here we go. Okay, so Rabbi Nachman is teaching us that really sometimes when we have that joyful moment, right, whatever that case is, whatever brought us to that joyful moment, take those problems and place them into the simcha. Recognize that when you're with Hashem, when you're with joy, when you're feeling the joy, you're mamish with Hashem, right? When you have joy. Hashem loves when we're happy. He wants us to be happy, all right? When we're happy, we're mamish one with Hashem. If I'm one with Hashem, then my problem, Hashem can handle anything. Hashem can handle anything. What am I worried about? You can look in your own life. You can see how you had all these daunting challenges over time, and all the things they work out. Hashem works out all the problems, and you look back, how did that happen? That's because Hashem He knows He can handle anything. He can handle anything. So when you're one with Hashem, so then the lesson really is the yoga and v'anocha, like we say in the davening, right? No, we say in the here we say it in the Shemona Esrei. Yeah, we'll just take a look at the words. It's amazing. We say these words actually in the Shemona Esrei every day. Right? We talk about the yoga and v'anocha. Right? We talk about the yoga and v'anocha here. Right over here. Hashiva Shavteinu Kavarishona. We ask Hashem, bring back the judges, the real judges, like we had originally. And the advisors that we had, right? Real advice, not the nonsense that we get today, right? V'hosa mimenu yogoin v'anocha. Remember those words? You say that in the Shemona Esrei. V'hoser mimenu yogon v'anocha. Take away, remove from us, right? What does v'hoser mimenu mean? Remove, right? Remove from us the yogoin v'anocha. Take away the sorrow and the woe.
Wow, right,
that's what
right,
you
right.
said yesterday. The sorrow and the woe. W-O-E, right? Right. Which takes away the woke, right? We take away, right?
Why is that in when we're praying for judges?
Because when you have judges like we have today, right?
Then you got
Like we have our
sorrow
judicial
involved,
system here in Israel, right? With those kind of judges, you got a lot of worrying to worry about.
Right.
Right?
That's true, yeah.
Right? Well, if you had real Torah scholars,
Yeah, the Sanhedrin, right.
right? That followed the thing, that believed in God and didn't give a damn what the world has to say. They would make the law based on the Torah. We wouldn't have to worry.
Right.
Right? You understand? So that's how the connection of judges and the sorrow and the woe, right?
You got the wrong judges. Yeah, you got
Advisor, yeah.
We're getting good advice. I mean, if
When we learn the teachings of the tzaddikim, you get good advice,
When
right?
you wear the talit, you get good advice too.
Yes, you can if you speak to Hashem. You can wear the talit, you get good advice if you speak to Hashem, right? And then we say, look at this. So Meloich Aleinu Mehera, and you should be the king over us, right? You should be ruling over us. Ata Hashem levadech, only you, Hashem. Wow, bechesed uberachamim. Look, Hashem. In other words, when I get rid of the yogain v'anocha, we say what? Bechesed uberachamim. Then Hashem can judge, can rule us with mercy and kindness. Because Hashem, you are the righteous. You're the righteous judge. You are the righteous judge, Hashem. Like we said, it's not worthy for us to judge people because we don't understand the parameters in people's lives. But Hashem understands the parameter in everyone's life, so therefore Hashem is the proper judge. So if Hashem judges, that's proper. Then we say, Melech Oyev Tzedakah Mishpat. Hashem is the king that loves right tzedakah, right? Tzedakah and judgment. Hashem loves tzedakah and judgment, right? Right? Mishpat, right? Judgment. And this is really what it's all about. So when we can work on understanding that we have to take the yogain v'anocha, we have to take away that woe and sorry from our life and put it into the simcha. What's causing me to feel this sorrow? What's causing me to feel this woe? Whatever the problem is, but if I realize you, Hashem, can fix any problem, so then I can turn that sorrow into joy. I could take the very sorrow and turn it into joy. You understand? That's really what it's all about. Lesson 23 and 24 in the second book of Likutey Halachos. It's wonderful lessons. They're short lessons, but they're very powerful lessons. Okay. Also, there are 10 halalukas that we say in the morning, right? The 10 after Asher we say 10 halalukas. We said 10. Right? Why do we talk about 10? Because again, the same thing with the 10. 10 pulses, 10 types of song, right? 10 types of song. Right, we need 10 people for the minyan, right? Right, we have the 10. Okay, we'll learn a little bit more inside now. So that was basically. Now we're going to talk about this now. V'zeh shesaimchem kriya shema im birchas go'al yisrael l'tfila. All right, everyone at the place? What we're up to? Millah base. Now this is where what we do is we make sure we join together. Kriya Shema with the bracha of Go'al Yisrael right before Shemona Esrei. Right? We're in the Birchas Kriya Shema. We said the blessings of Kriya Shema, right? When we do Baruch Hu, right? Remember, right? We said when we do Baruch Hu, we're in the blessings of Kriya Shema. Right? And then we make sure to bring Kriya Shema together, Saimach Geula L'Tfila, right? We have to bring the Geula to Tfila, we have to bring the Shema, which is the Ratzon. We said yesterday, what is Shema? When I'm mevatel myself, right? I bittel, right? I close my eyes. Remember we learned that? You close your eyes, you have bittel, you nullify yourself to Hashem, and then all the problems can go, okay, then you go into Shemona Esrei. Now look what he says. Ki kriya shema hi emuna. Right, that's easy, right? We understand, right? Kriya shema is emuna, faith. Right? We're saying Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Right? Ve'emuna hi ikar simcha. And the main thing is when a person has emuna, then he's joyful. Right? Because you know it's all, you're relying on Hashem. You have faith in God. You can be joyful because you realize Hashem is the all-powerful. Hashem can do anything. Hashem can do anything. So if I'm with Hashem or whatever problems I may have, I know Hashem can solve my problem. It's no problem.
Yeah, but sometimes we have to use the tools we've been taught, like to get rid of the thought in our head that's creating that.
Yeah, but now you do it through Emunah.
Right.
Right? If a person strengthens his Emunah, he's always thinking about God, he's always thinking about Hashem, so he's not going to have all the other thoughts in his head. And then when they do come here, well, I'm not, but what about God? I can't be thinking about that. It'll change the thought. Well, we learn.
So the blind beggar,
Yeah.
he was always in joy then.
He was always in joy.
Always
Yeah.
in joy, and he had complete emunah, so there was nothing he saw. Like
He
if
wasn't
saw-
blind. He was only blind to the
Right.
nonsense of the world.
So in other words, he would look at the protester going and say, he'd probably laugh at it or be nonsense. Or
He wouldn't look at it.
He wouldn't even look at
He
it.
wouldn't know about it. He didn't know about it. He never saw it. He wouldn't see it.
He didn't watch the news.
There was no news.
There was probably something, Shepherd.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably.
So,
I
don't know when they started the broadcast. When I guess with TV, they started making news. I got it.
Newspapers.
Newspaper.
We later talked about that in newspapers.
Yeah, newspapers. Yeah, the Eton. Yeah. Okay. Ve'ikra hasimcha ki zeu tachlis hasimcha b'chinas anochi esmach b'Hashem. I'll be joyful, full of joy with Hashem. When I'm with Hashem, I'm full of joy. Okay, anytime Rab Nosson writes in Likutey Halachos, you see Rabbeinu Neiroi Yoyer. His light his light is shining, right? That's when Rabbi Nachman was alive when he wrote this. Rabbi Nachman saw these, he told these lessons over that he was the and Rabbi Nachman gave him a stamp of approval. It's amazing. Yeah? He's referring to the lesson, right? Rabbi Nachman, that Rabbi Nosson got the lesson from Rabbi Nachman. He wrote it based on it. That's why he writes, Rabbeinu Neira Yorah. Okay? Shemuna I bechinas anpin nahorin. The Emunah is the lit up face. Anpin nahorin, the lit up face. Right? We're talking about what?
So what is it? What was the lit up face?
We're talking about the zer anpin, the small face, right? We have the erech anpin, the lower face. These are the terms of the Zohar. These are terms of the Kabbalah. Erech anpin. This is anpin nahorin, which means a lit up face. It's a revelation of the light of Hashem. That's what it means. It's a revelation, huh?
would that be like Moshe?
Moshe had the light. He had the Keren Or, right? He had the revelation of the light of Hashem, right? Yeah, very good. That's a very good association, right? The Hainu Simcha, which is Simcha. So you can get this. You feel the light of Hashem. You feel this idea of the Anpin Nahorin when a person is Molei Simcha, when he fills himself with Simcha. Right? Like we just learned, today is the day of Gevurah Shebegvurah, right? Today's the day of Gevurah, right? We were learning about that. So in other words, you realize all of the Gevurah that Hashem makes in the world, then you realize Hashem wants us to recognize, hey, wait a second. It's not them. Hashem is running all of this. Because you're not remembering to fear me. Reish is Chachma, Yiras Hashem. Right? So Hashem makes all of that pachad in the world. But when we recognize, wait, it's you, Hashem. So you use the midah of Gevurah to fulfill the Gevurah, so then it goes away. Now we're learning, when you fill your day with Emunah, if you're working on Emunah, which is Shema, right? We said the whole point of Shema is Emunah, faith. Right? So if you do that, then you'll be joyful. Then you could be enlightened. You could have the light of the Anpin Nahorim. Okay, now. Ki emuna hi kitchenischaz beba emes. Right? Okay. When you take emes, we know that the chaysim of Hashem, the signature of Hashem is emes. Right? Emes. You know why the word emes is important? The word emes is so important? Because emes, if you take a look at the way it's written, look in the Hebrew, look in your book where it says emes. You see the aleph? You see the aleph? The aleph has 2 feet. Right? Aleph has 2 feet, strong, stands good. Right? Look at the mem. The mem has a nice flat bottom. He won't, not 1 foot. No, he's flat bottom.
Right.
He's strong, right? He has a nice base to him, right? He's strong. And look at the tuft. The tuft has 2 feet. Right? So it stands. MS stands, right? When it comes to sheker, the shin is written like a V, right? It's like a V with a line in the middle. So the shin, it's only standing on 1 foot. Well, if a person's standing on 1 foot, it's kind of easy to knock him over, right? If he's standing on 2 feet, it's a little more difficult, right? The guy's standing on 1 foot, it's just a little push, he'll fall over, right? So to the shin, right? Look at the kuf, the next word in sheker. Shin, kuf. Kuf, what's kuf? It has 1 foot.
Right, 1 foot.
1 foot. And then reish also has 1 foot. Sheker falls, emes stands. Right? Emes stands. That's why Hashem's signature is emes, okay? What?
And the truth will set you free.
This truth will set you free. And now, ayin sham, okay. Kriya Shema, Dahainu, Hashem Echad, Hu bechinas his chabras emes v'yamuna. The whole idea of Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad is joining truth and emuna together. You take truth and emuna, and you're binding them together. Shezet tachlis hayichud. That is the tachlis of the unification. Ayedei zeh mis'oira simcha. You can be ma'oira simcha. When you know that you have the truth, right? When you know you have the truth, and you have faith that you have the truth, that gives you the greatest joy, right? When you have suffix in your life, when you have doubt, you're worried, right? Worry, whoa. Right? Suffix is woe, worry, right? Let's think about for a second. When the Nachash wanted to cause man to stumble, where did he go? He didn't go to Adam. Think about it. He went to Chava. Right? Chava, right? So the Gemara tells us that really we're supposed to get married because the women are closer to the Yogain and Anacha. Women are more worried. Women have that their intuition, and they're always concerned. It's the men that when they get married, we work on being mashlim their problems. That they have whatever problems, we trying to give them stability in their lives, right? Right. That's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why we have in the parsha Achrei Mos, right? Another they died, right? They didn't get married. Rab Nosson brings that down. One of the things that is, they died. Why they died? They didn't want to get married because they were so full of simcha themselves. They were so full of joy. They didn't want to be brought down by the women. They didn't want to be brought down by women. But that's not the point. The point in life is you're supposed to take the lady and lift her up. Oh, you see that? Well,
She's a big woman. She could be heavy.
Not physically, emotionally.
The kids go to the mother for special requests, like money.
Yeah.
Can I do this? Can I do that?
Right. And not yeah. Yeah, because the father thinks long term. We spoke about that yesterday. The father is always thinking long term, what's good for the child. The mother's thinking about right now. Right now, yeah. All right, okay, anyway. Okay, we got that, we understand that. So when you have emuna, in that you have the truth, right? You know that we're saying, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, right? If I have that, if I make that, and I can unify together, emes, right? Hashem's signature, together with the emunah, that I have the truth, that I'm on the right path. I know, I got it. I got this. That brings me the greatest joy, to know you're doing the right thing. That's why the Rebbe says every day you're supposed to study halacha, right? Every day study something in halacha, right? Study something, because if you're studying halacha, you always know what to do. If you know what to do, you're not in doubt. Right? The Yetzirah's greatest tool against us is doubt. Always the bread suffix. But if I have doubt, then it brings on the woe and the worry. Right? But if I know I'm doing the right thing and I feel I'm steadfast on it, and I know this is the right thing, so then I don't have to worry. I can mamish be full of simcha. Okay, we got that? Do we agree with that?
Yeah.
We do. Okay, that's great. Okay. Where are we up to here? Take it right. What?
Corresponds to 248 words.
Wait. Here we go. Is that what we're up to? No.
You just read this.
Oh no! Hold on. I moved the page.
You're okay, Bob.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I turned the page. Okay, sorry. You're right here. Yeah. Hey, wait a second. There were 248 words in Kriya Shema. How many limbs do we have in our bodies? 248. 248. So we said, wait a second, the Shema, right? We said the Shema is connected to Simcha. When I have the joy, when I understand, when I have joy, so then I bring Simcha in my heart, which means the blood flows to the 10 different pulses through my body, through my 248 organs, and everything is running healthy and well, right? Isn't that amazing? Why is it 248 words in here? You see how everything is so connected? It's not just that this word is here. And that's why we said it's so important. You say the words, each word, you enunciate each word. You don't swallow the words. Like you said yesterday, b'chol levavecha. It's not, wait, it says b'chol levavecha. You have to enunciate the words, right? Not that it's one, you don't make two, because again, then you're damaging the pulse, you're damaging the things, you're not getting the blood to the right vessels, and all of that stuff, okay? 248 specifically, okay? When a person is happy, he has to go through all the levels. It should go everywhere. The simcha should go everywhere. Because simcha is the completeness. You have everything. It's all about being besimcha. Ayin sham b'pasik sasim besimcha yimotzei ba toida. Right? Al kain. Achar pasuk rishon. After the first pasuk in Kriya Shema, shehu emuna. Right? The first Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, which is an aspect of simcha, bechina simcha. Anu aimrim ramach tevin keneged ramach evarim. After we have the joy, then we infuse the joy into our 248 limbs. You got it? You say Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. Now read the next chapters. Those chapters are 248 because I want to infuse the simcha in my 248 limbs. Got it? Everyone understand that?
Well,
you understand that, right? That's how it works. Did you know that?
No.
You see that? That's why
248, I know the
248 because we have 200 ramach evarim. Ramach is 248.
But the simcha element I didn't know.
So that was yesterday's lesson. Okay, so when you have simcha in your life, simcha is the antidote to all medical problems, right? You said yesterday, you were telling us, Simcha told us yesterday that there was a fella he got cancer, and was he a doctor?
no,
He was a writer.
A writer got cancer.
Norman Cousins.
He knows who he is. He tells you can look it up. And the guy said, "I'm not giving into this cancer nonsense, and he's just going to be happy." And the guy was reading jokes, and he was telling
Watching
jokes
funny
and
movies and
everything,
watching
just to
Free
be happy. He was happy the entire time, and he beat his cancer.
Wow.
He beat his cancer. No chemotherapy, no radiation, no none of that nonsense. Unbelievable, right? Yeah, doctors don't like that. It's not good for business, right? Why do you think they didn't come up with a cure for cancer? It's a $1 trillion business.
Well, it's only natural that you would get depressed over it. So it's difficult to do something like that, but yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Oh, I'm in trouble, right?
Right.
So you go to these guys and they give you poison.
They give you poison. Yeah, right. Unbelievable, but it's unbelievable, right? So here we go. So you take Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. That's the simcha. I have emunah. And emunah brings me joy. When I have emunah, I have joy. I take the joy, and then I read the next chapters of Shema, 248. So I take that joy and I place the joy into my 248 limbs, so I'm healthy. We're all healthy. You understand? Did you ever know you could say Shema and then you can become healthy? People think they have to go to the gym to become healthy, right? Yo, you don't have to go to the gym, you can say Shema.
Yeah.
Good morning, Yassi.
Good morning.
Okay. Kidei lahamshich hasimcha b'chol koima. Kidei sheyushlam kol koima es hasimcha b'ramach eivar. I want to infuse that simcha into all my 248 limbs. Sheheim bechinas ramach mitzvahs hasei. That's connected to the 248 positive commandments. How do you like that? There are 248 positive commandments. Follow all the positive commandments. Say Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Echad. You have to take the emes and connect it with the you take the emes and you connect it to the Shema, right, to the Echad. Take the emes, connect it to the Echad, Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. Remember we learned about Echad, right? Echad, the Aleph is one. Hashem, you're one. Remember we learned the Ches. What's the Ches? Remember what we learned about the Ches? The Ches is 8. Why 8? 7 firmaments on high, the world down here. Right? 7 firmaments, right? 7 spheres, right? Mordechai? 7 spheres up, the low one down here, right? 1 down here. And then we said the Dalet of Echad is the 4 corners of the earth, right? The 4 directions of the earth. Also the 4 different Mises Bezdin, right? It's also connected to the 4 letters of Hashem's name, Yud Kei Vav Kei, right? Many things. So if I take all of that emes together, I take that and I know that truth together with the Echad, I get simcha. When I take simcha and I say the words properly, and I understand that I'm infusing this simcha, this truth, in all of my limbs, that brings me health and joy through the entire body. Okay? And that's why there are 248 positive commandments. Right? Because when you're being positive, how you're being positive? When you have joy in your life, you can be positive and then fulfill all the positive commandments. When a person doesn't have simcha in his life, he doesn't want, I got to put on the tefillin, I got to wear the tzit, I got to go do this, the Shabbat, the guy's there. When the guy's happy, when you're happy, you do what you want to do the mitzvahs, right? Like people that are depressed, they don't want to do the mitzvahs. They give you all the different excuses why they don't want to do it. But if you bring joy into the person's life, right, then he'll be happy to do the 248. So here you see the 248 mitzvahs connected to the 248 limbs in our body, right? Which is connected to the 10 different pulses that we have, which is connected to the 10 different types of song, right?
It's also, I would assume, in everything that you do in your life, not just the spiritual, the physical. I remember that when I was doing sales, and it was very hard to make cold calls all day when you come in with not being like the simcha.
Oh yeah, they keep turning you down, they hang up on you, they yell at you.
People are hanging up on you, but if you approached it, the simcha, if you attacked your day with simcha, and like that was your approach, not only did your day go well, the sales go well, but the people on the receiving end of your call,
they feel the joy. They want to talk to you. Yeah, when you're full of joy, people want to talk to you. When your person is depressed.
yeah. So
yeah.
There's another thing you can do with the limbs. So I find changing my state by running in place really hard and fast.
I didn't know you could
I
do
tell
that.
you, that's the first time. That was very good. I didn't realize like that. That's very likely to know that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Wait, what's he saying?
But it changes your
What are you
state.
saying?
No, it changes your state. You bring out the joy. Your energy is back. You
get your energy
blood
back.
running,
There we go.
shaking your limbs, doing all that stuff.
It says to be silly, same thing.
That's why also you clap. I
Clap.
I know clap.
That's lesson 10. That's lesson 10. We'll put them right. Din. It's mamtik to din, sweetens judgment. Clap and dance.
It does have
Lesson
a way
10.
of just waking you up, even in the middle of your own davening, of just
Yes.
there is.
Yeah. You can do that. Yeah.
And it gets rid of the demons that are over you.
Yeah.
And it's not like you have a finite amount of positivity. Like, well, look, I don't want to be too simple. I don't want to give off too much simple.
Why don't you want to radiate simcha?
Well, because I don't want to give it. I'd rather use it I don't want to use it all up.
There's no such a thing.
It's not like money.
It's not like money.
No, you get money. Money is Hashem has all the money in the world. If you be besimcha, when Hashem will give you everything you need. That's it. There's all the joy. No problem. What are you saying? You can use up the simcha, but you can't use up the worry?
No. You can't.
Right.
It works on the other side too, right? So you're worried you're going to use up the simcha, but what about how about be worried you'll use up the worry? Don't bother with it. They say worrying is like sitting in a rocking chair. You spend a lot of time doing it, you get nowhere. Right? Right? The guy's rocking, he's going back and forth, right? He got nowhere. He exerted all that energy, right? Got nowhere. Okay.
They say 99% of what you worry about never happens.
Yeah, there you go, right?
Well, there's no reason to worry.
Well, that's what we learned about today. The day is Gvura Shebegvura, right? Gvura Shebegvura. Hashem sets the worry in us because we're not worrying about our mitzvahs. We're not worrying about, so Hashem sends us other things. When we realize Hashem is sending us, and then we could, it's misplaced worry, right? We have misplaced worry, right? But then when we put it in the proper perspective, so then of course you can go back to being happy. Okay, Aimim takef geula. Then right away you say geula, right? We say Go'al Yisrael, right? And then you say Hashem sefasai tiftach ufi agit yilasecha, and we start the Shmon Esrei, right? So we have to be Saimech geula letfila, right? Saimech geula. We have to bring the geula, redemption to with the Shmon Esrei. The Ikar geula ayadei simcha k'meisha kasav ki besimcha teitzeyu. How do you like that? Ki besimcha teitzeyu. I'll take you. You'll go out with what? Simcha. If we want to have the geula shalema that we're all waiting for, what do we need to do? We have to have simcha in our lives, not by being worried. Not by being worried, by doing more chesed, by doing more things, by connecting ourselves to our Kadosh Baruch Hu. The more we do that, the more we work on connecting ourselves to Hashem, is the more simcha we have, and that's how we can get to the geula. That's how we can have our redemption. Look, Reb Nassim is amazing with Rabbi Nachman. When you have the simcha, you could daven right away, take it right away. The main thing is you daven with joy. You daven with joy. That's the main thing, to daven with joy. You need to have a smile when you're davening. You need to be joyful when we daven. Wow, look at this. Look what Chazal say. This is a Gemara saying that. This is not Rabbi Nachman. This is Gemara Brachas, the first tractate of the Shas, right? Brachas, right? In the beginning, 9b. Anyone that can bring the geula and to tefillah, when he says Go'al Yisrael, he doesn't stop, he doesn't look at his text message, he doesn't do anything. He just goes straight into Shmon Esrei, right? The phone rings, you don't pay attention, right? The text message, I don't look at it. I don't need to look. I just go straight in. You won't have any damage that day. Nothing will go wrong. Everything will go well. Gemara says that. Isn't that nice? Come on, is that pretty good?
It's excellent.
Because if you take the geula and you bring it together with tefillah, then you're going to be besimcha. Then you'll be happy. When you're happy, so we said the happiness brings the joy, brings the joy in the heart. The heart pumps the blood to the 10 different pulses through the body. The 10 different pulses bring the blood to 248 different limbs, which are connected to the 248 positive commandments, right? Which are connected to the 248 words of Kriya Shema, Isn't that nice? Right? All these things, make all these connections all the time, right? Baruch Hashem. Azaya tefillah mitoich simcha. So then the guy is davening with joy. K'maisha perish Rashi, b'gemara sham, shebishvil zeh onu oimdim lispalo samach legeula kidei la'amayid b'tefillah mitoich simcha. We get up, right? We're sitting down by Birchas Kriya Shema, but you get up, right? You get up, right? I get up where it says Oizer Dalah, that Hashem helps the destitute, the poor one. But Oizer Dalah, Hashem, like you get up, right? You get up at that point, and then this way you're standing, and you're full. You're contemplating. You're in the middle of contemplating the joy of that. I'm getting closer to you, Hashem. I'm going to go step from the world of Bria. I'm in the world of Bria. I'm going into the world of Atzilus now, right? We don't have a Kaddish. See, that's another thing. We don't have the Kaddish. We have a Kaddish when we're in the world of Asiya, right? When we start off the davening, we have the brachas and the karbonos. We're in the world of Asiya. So we have a Kaddish to bring us into the world of Yetzirah, right? And then we go from the world of Yetzirah, we have another Kaddish by Baruch Hu, right? We have another Kaddish. That brings me to the world of Bria. And now when I get into Shmon Esrei, I'm in the world of Atzilut. I'm in the highest world. But there's no Kaddish. I need Simcha. Simcha boosts me into the next world. You get it?
You also say right before Kuma.
So
Kuma be'ezas Yisrael. Kuma be'ezas Yisrael. Right.
I'm going to bring him around with me all day. Simcha.
Take a picture. Take his picture. Yeah, Baruch Hashem. Okay? Do we got it? We understand it now, right? We get up. Look, because I have to stand in my tefillah with simcha. That's what it's all about. Baal Kain. Shuv einai nezak. And therefore nothing will go wrong. How do you like that? Nothing will go wrong. Just daven with joy. And watch, you'll have a great day. Come on, isn't this great advice?
Wonderful.
Right? This is great advice. Ki kol hazekos al yedei kilkol hasimcha. Any problem you have in your life, any problem that anyone has, they're only having that because they have a damage in their simcha. Their simcha is not full. They don't have complete joy. That's when all the problems come about. If you stay happy, you won't have any problems. How do you like that? Is that amazing? And it won't run out. Yossi, it won't run out. Try it.
Run in place for 5 seconds, real fast. Yeah.
Yossi, I'm telling you, think you get a lot of calls for guiding? You have that smile on, and you just exuberate that smile. Yossi, your phone will never stop ringing. This guy is the happiest guy. He's the tour guy that's full of joy. Come on, I'm serious. Okay. You are happy.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But don't worry, it's not going to go
Run
anywhere.
away again.
It's not running away. It won't run out.
But what about all the negative mitzvahs? Should I have negativity too?
That's the three. No, that's why I need the yira. I need to have simcha and I have to have yira. It has to be balanced, right? So in other words, if I'm working on the positive, I'm happy. So then, of course, I'm not going to want to do those other things, right? In other words, you're full of joy. So then you're not going to want to do these things because those things are going to bring me down. And I don't want, I love my joy. I want to be happy. So if I do an Aveira, if I do something Hashem, a negative commandment, right? There are 365 negative commandments. That give you, right, 248 and 365 gives you 613, right? Right, do you agree with that? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. 365, there are 365 different also blood vessels in our bodies, right? The arteries, the veins, and the all the capillaries and all of that stuff, right? 365 different ones, okay? And each one of those is what's carrying the blood to the 10 different pulses that go to the limbs, correct? You need the blood, right? So if you want the blood to travel through the body properly, you need to have joy. That's the power. And you want the blood vessels to be proper blood vessels to be able to carry the blood, and you have to make sure you're not doing any of the negative commandments, so that way the blood vessels are all proper. Got it? It's all connected. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
But he also says sometimes you have to fake it till you make it.
Do that, yeah. So just, if you're not happy, just make yourself happy. Right. I feel imimile deshtusa. Even if you have to do silly things sometimes, Rabbi Nachman says, do them anyway, just to bring yourself to joy.
sometimes where I thought smiling was very hard.
Rabbi Yosef Karduna has a song. You know that song?
Yeah.
You know that song? You know that song, right? Yes, you heard that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when it's EF when it's impossible to come to joy, right? It's impossible to so just say some stupid, silly things. Just say something silly to make you laugh. And then whatever you have to do to get yourself to laugh, that's it.
Sometimes I'll take, again, it's smiling, even during confidence.
Yeah.
People can't see it, my collar's over my head, but sometimes I'll take a pen and I'll put it in front of her.
Okay.
And it forces, it stretches out my mouth. Okay?
Whatever works.
Whatever works.
Whatever. I'm just,
That's why people don't carry too many pens anymore today, right?
I'm hiding sometimes.
Right. Oh, yes.
My mother always said a smile is the cheapest facelift you could buy. You don't have to
And it's exercise. Right? You're exercising your face.
It's a facelift.
Yeah, okay, Baruch Hashem. See that? Isn't this great? Now we're going to learn something amazing that we're going to learn about the Ketores now. The Ketores, right? We're going on to the Ketores. Okay, so now, where did we get the Ketores from? Where was it taught to us from? It was taught to us by Moshe Rabbeinu. Do you remember? Moshe Rabbeinu went up to Shemayim, right? He was up there for the 40 day, right? And he met the Sitra, he met the Satan. He met the Satan up in Shemayim. He met Satan. He met the Satan up in heaven. And he couldn't believe that that Moshe Rabbeinu was a man. He was a human being. What's he doing in heaven? What's he doing in heaven? People are down here, right? People in the world. Hashemayim, Shemayim, Lashem, V'oretz Nasan L'nei Adam. Right? We say that in the way we just said that in the Hallel, right? Hashemayim, Shemayim, Lashem. That's about God, right? The angels and everything else. V'oretz Nasan L'nei Adam. He gave it to us, right? So what's he doing up here? Hashem said that it says over there that Moshe was really very, very scared. Moshe was very scared, but he felt like, whoa, Hashem wants me to be up here. So Hashem told him to grab onto my throne. Grab onto my kisei hakavod, and then you'll be safe. So when the Satan saw that, the Satan told him, I want to give you a present, Moshe. I want to give you a present. And I want to tell you something. The only thing that can stop me from carrying out a death in this world is the Ketores. The Ketores can stop me. That's the only thing that can stop me.
I never heard that. Yeah.
No, that's why they said even when the COVID came around, they were telling everyone to say the Ketores. You ever hear that? Right? Say the Ketores, because the Ketores wards off death.
Oh, when the fire pans, he had...
The what?
When there was a plague.
Aharon, no.
Yeah,
so Moshe told it over to Aharon, and then when the plague was going on, what does Aharon do? He grabs his Ketores.
And goes around.
He stops the plague.
Right, yeah.
See that?
Yeah, right.
Excellent. I was going to say excellent.
Okay.
I guess Pinchas didn't know that.
What?
Pinchas didn't know that.
Pinchas knew that, but Pinchas was a different situation at that time. That was a different time thing. Okay, you understand? So the Ketores is something amazing, okay? Something really, truly, truly, truly amazing. Okay, here we go. V'zeu gam kein bechinas Ketores shehoya sham chelbena shemisham lamdu rabbeinu tzeira poishe Yisrael l'tefillah. So the Gemara increases, learns out like this. That you can't say to a person, hey, you're a willful sinner, you can't daven with us. You would think, hey, this guy, he's Mechal Shabbos and he eats in the McDonald's, right? He eats a ham sandwich. You can't daven with us. No. The Gemara says you have to. Your tefillah has to have everybody in there. Why? Because the chelbena was a spice that had a terrible odor. The chelbena had a terrible odor. We learned the idea when someone does sin, it causes a bad odor. Remember we learned that? Right? We said it has a bad odor. When you go to the tzaddik, so the tzaddik, what he does is he takes the mor dror, like we learned from the Torah. Where is Mordechai min Torah minayin? Mor dror. Mordechai, mor dror, right? Haman min Torah minayin? Right? Hamin ha'etz. Hamin ha'etz. He's connected to that eitz, right? That's a Haman. Okay, so Azal teaches that you have to join together all Paishei Yisrael, even the wolf.
The foul smelling.
Foul smell. He has to be, if he didn't have the 11 spices, it wasn't good. Right? It wasn't 10 spices. It was 11. Right? 10 good, nice smelling spices, good spices, and there was one terrible one. But when you put that terrible one into the other 10, it had a beautiful aroma. And that's what Chazal say, that when we daven and we take everybody, we don't turn anybody away. We take everybody, we don't turn anyone away, then our tefillah can have a beautiful aroma as well. Got it? Okay? Okay. Now, key. Ketoris yismach lev, because ketoris brings joy to the heart. Again, it's all about bringing joy. Joy is the antidote against death. Joy.
So in other words, I should bring the Ketoret with me to see Rabbi Katz.
Huh?
So we'll be welcome. I'll be
Rabbi Katz is Molei Simcha. You don't have to bring him any joy. He has plenty of joy. He brings joy to people. Baruch Hashem. Right. He's Mamish Molei Simcha, and his Simcha exuberates to other people.
Yeah.
Does everyone agree to that? Right? Do you agree with that, Yossi?
Yeah. I just saw him this morning.
Huh?
I just saw him this morning, and
He's always smiling. He's always, and he's always trying to bring a joy to other people.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful, Baruch
There's a
Hashem.
lot of problems on his shoulders too. People share a lot of things. So,
Believe me, I know. Believe me, I know. I know. V'lachein hayu mitzarfin chelbena daika kidei lahachnis. Right? Kidei lahachnis says bechinas hayogain va'anocha. Right? So we said the whole idea is to take the yogain and anocha and bring it into the simcha. Right? We learned. Right? We said that we take the wasari and the woe and bring it into the joy. Right? That's real joy. When you could take the sorrow and the woe and bring it into the simcha, that's real joy. Right? Then nothing will take it away from you. Whatever is bothering you, if you could recognize that if I'm connected to Hashem, Hashem has the answer for any problem that I possibly have.
So the joy swallows up.
Swallows up, because again, when you realize when you're connected with Hashem, and Hashem is the answer to any problem, and you're happy. Like we said, we're taking the emes of Hashem. I have the truth, right? And I join it together with the echad, Hashem echad. Right? The Aleph is one. Hashem is one. The Ches, Hashem is one with the upper and 7 firmaments and the lower in this world. And the Dalet is connected to the 4 corners of the earth. The 4 letters of Hashem's name. Right? We keep saying that. It's very good. Right? Connected to the Arba Mises Bez and all these different things. It's all connected. If I'm connected to the truth, so then and I could take all my problems and I could bring them in, those problems I'll realize are not really problems, and they'll be part of my joy, and then I can go on with my day being molei simcha because I'm not worried about anything. So that's why you have to take the chelbena, put it into the 10 spices. Bring it into the 10 spices, then you get the beautiful aroma.
Well, the solution is in the problem.
Yeah, the problem is a solution.
Problem is the solution.
Yeah, when I was at the company, people would say, we have a problem. I said, no, we have a solution. There's no problem. They said, there's a solution for it. It's no problem. No problems. That the reach of the chelbena has a bad, foul odor, has a terrible odor. But you put it into the other spices. Shehem bechina simcha, they're joy. The other spices smell good. That's joy. The other one is the yogain and anacha. He has a terrible smell. Could you imagine, right? You have all these different spices, and they're all happy to be together. And this other guy's on the outside over there, and he's the spice that smells terrible. He doesn't feel like he's anything to do with it. No, we take him and put him into the other 10 spices. Put him into the 10 spices, and that's how you get that. That's the magic potion that works. That brings the fragrance that works. Ki hayu asara mine ketoris milvad chelbena keneged asara mine negina. Because the 10 are connected to the 10 different types of song songs that are connected to the Esed, the Fikin, the 10 different types of the pulses, right? The same thing. V'achelbena mitztarefes gam kein zeh bechinas hayogaim v'anocha. The chelbena is connected to the yogaim v'anocha shenichlis gam b'soich hasimcha. You take the yogaim and anocha, you put it into the simcha, and then you get the great fragrance, the great, beautiful smell that you get from the beautiful ketoras. All right, does everyone understand that? That's really how Nassim puts this all together. It's really a masterpiece. Every one of his lessons is a greater masterpiece. Right? He takes the Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. Echad together with Emes. We have to take the Yoga and Enocha, right? The Simcha. Right? The Simcha brings me, and then I say 248 words of the Kriya Shmas. 248 words. I take this joy, I infuse it in the 248 words, which is the 248 limbs of my body. Right? Is that amazing, right? And then he says, okay, we'll connect it now to the Ketoras also. The Ketoras was also the 10 different types of spices, which are connected to the 10 different types of songs. It was 11, right? But the 10 nice spices of the Ketoras, there were 10 nice spices connected to the 10 types of song, 10 types of pulses of the blood, which are connected to the 248 and the 365, right? And then, but how does it work? I take the chelbena, I take the yogain and anocha, I take that chelbena, that awful smell. I take the sorrow and the woe in my life and I bring it into the simcha, and that's how everything is, that's the antidote for all of my problems. Does anyone have any questions on this? Does anyone disagree with something we learned?
When I walk into a house and it has like some essence, some, what do they call those things that are a stick and you light them?
Incense?
Incense.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Okay.
It does. It makes you.
But that's not but that's not the incense that we're talking about. We're talking about the 11 different spices from that were used in the Beis Hamikdash, in the Mishkan, in the fire pan. Right.
Just separate archaeologically, there's down by the Dead Sea.
Yeah.
There's a special one of these 11 spices is grown. It's the Afar Simon.
Afar Simon, okay.
And that's the area that's they grow that there. So it can only be grown there. You can't get anywhere else.
Wow.
And the guy, one of the guys, the family that had the secret spice, the secret recipe. He lived there in that area by the Afar Simon plant, and he would go ahead and do the mixes. Now, again, it was secret. It wasn't just like you take.
Yeah. Gemara brings that, right? There was one family that had.
One family.
Yeah.
They had the
One
secret.
family. We found his house. Yeah, I believe his family's name.
You found it, Yossi?
Because
Because you're full of joy. That's how you found it.
I was full of joy. I was dancing around and clapping and singing.
You see that?
In the middle of the fields, doing Hikodah, and all of a sudden I came across Mishpachat Avitas.
Avitas.
Avitas, yeah, that's it. Somewhere it says that.
Yeah.
So he simply knows. So of course he would know. And
He's Simcha.
He's Simcha. This is the guy that he didn't want to give up that recipe so fast. He didn't want to tell other people, hey, you're going to have to pay if you want it. And they gave him, bad name. He was saying, hey, I didn't want to let out the secrets.
He wanted to keep it, he had a little monopoly, right?
Yeah.
Like Coca-Cola did that, right?
Yeah.
They don't give it out to everybody, right? Okay, so I think we'll stop over here, guys. All right, so you get ready to daven, and everyone have a wonderful day. B'sorot tovot.